Around 4,000 people from all over Ireland will soon be taking part in the annual Feis Ceoil, a competition which has been running since 1886. Henry McKean reports.
Within the choir I have Spanish, German, I have French, I have African, and indeed many different countries from Africa. I have a little Korean girl, and that's just off the top of my head.
The Feis Ceoil is still regarded as a traditional music festival, but it's actually a classical music one, founded in 1896. This year, it's adding a catchphrase, a classical celebration, to the title of the ESB Electrical Ireland Feis Ceoil.
We have a number of different nationalities, of course. The Feis, if you like, is a microcosm of the society, of Irish society at the moment, and of course it's a lot more diverse and multicultural than it would have been, certainly, obviously, around the time that the Feis started, or even 10 or 20 years ago. So that's reflected in the competitors that we have. But there's no difference, there's no difficulty, there's the same level of talent across all the nationalities that we would have competing.
Laura Gilsonan, Chief Executive of the Feis Ceoil Association, explains.
Well, we do it because we're passionate about it, and because there's so much talent out there, and because we have the history of 115 years behind us. This is the 115th year of the festival, and it's still going strong. So the question would be, maybe why wouldn't we do it?
There's a gala concert on April 16th at 7:30 p.m. in the National Convention Centre. A family ticket, which includes 2 adults plus 2 children under 18, costs €40. How competitive is it?
Oh, it can get quite competitive, particularly for some of the big bursaries. People do prepare all year round for this, so they'd be preparing for their exams, they'd be preparing for various other things, but this is really the pinnacle of what they prepare for over the year, so it can get quite competitive.
And you get pushy teachers, pushy mothers saying, why didn't my son, why didn't my pupil win? Do you get a lot of that?
No, I wouldn't say we get a lot of it, but people, they get very caught up in the moment, and of course they're very keen for the person that they're there to support, for them to do well. But the thing is that everybody who competes gets an adjudication, an individual written adjudication from the adjudicator. So even if they go home without a medal or a cup, they have fantastic comments that will help them improve for next year, and that's very valuable for everybody.
Over 4,000 young people from all over Ireland will be taking part in 176 competitions, which include choirs, orchestras, ensembles, and in recent years, the event, costing just €5 for a ticket at the RDS, has become very multicultural. I met 13-year-old Tommy Lau, whose parents run a Chinese restaurant in Ballymote in County Sligo. Tommy has been playing the piano since he was 7.
Well, my sister started playing piano when she was young. She was influenced by my cousins when they were young. They started piano as well, and when I heard my sister playing piano, I enjoyed it, so I started continuing.
Your family run a takeaway called the Oriental Takeaway in Ballymote in County Sligo. Yeah. With the family business, how do you have time to be so damn good at the piano?
Well, I just practice as much as I can. After I finish my homework, I just try to squeeze in some time to play piano every day.
And what's your favourite composer?
There's a lot of them, like Haydn, Chopin. There's a lot, so you can't really decide.
I met up with the King's Hospital Chapel Choir, which has members from around the world.
My name is Denise Chyla, and I'm from the King's Hospital.
Denise, tell us about your heritage.
I'm from Zambia, but I've lived here for the last 10 years. I was born there, my family's there, I was raised there.
Do you think that helps your voice? Does that make you a better singer?
I don't think it makes me a better singer, but I think it just makes me very different. The things that I'll bring to my singing, the way I was taught to sing is very different to the Irish style singing, for example, you know? And I think that as a choir as large as ours is, having ethnic differences has really kind of made us grow and improved us a lot.
My name is Helen Roycroft, and I'm Director of Music, Head of Music at the King's Hospital, and Director of the choirs there, including this choir, which is the Chapel Choir. This choir is probably a little bit different to the other choirs in today's competition, in that because we're a boarding school, we have a chapel in the grounds, and so we have services every Sunday, either in the morning or in the evening, for the boarding community. So this choir is rehearsing on a very, very regular basis. We have a huge turnover of repertoire, and so they're kind of, used to the whole thing of getting up and performing.
All the different nationalities, all the different backgrounds and ethnic groups in there. Does that help? Does that in a way give the choir a sort of rich base?
Yes, absolutely. It helps enormously, actually, and often you'll get a child from another country coming forward with, a traditional tune or a song from their own country and asking me, can we do something with it? And indeed we do. And we also have Multicultural Day. We've just had it in the school once a year, and we use that as an opportunity to perform songs from all the different countries represented in the school. Our girl Nicole from Mexico City, she's with us just for this year, unfortunately, a great singer.
I'm from Mexico City, and I moved to Laredo, Texas 6 years ago, and I've been in the school since September, and I'm going to take my leaving cert, and I fell in love with music and with Ireland, so I'll be staying here.
So you're in love with Ireland?
Yes.
And do you think you could say, when we take Latin America, are they good at singing?
Well, that's where I learned how to sing, so I got my rhythm and I got my love for music from there. Well, of course I love music and culture from all around the world, and I'm really pleased that I'm here to learn the different cultures and the rhythms and everything.
Do you have rhythm?
No, I hope so. Yeah. I think it's in everyone's blood, I think music is in everybody. It's just a matter of fact, if you let it out or not.
Hi, I'm Robin. I'm a first year and I'm a boarder, and I'm in the choir and I'm an alto, and I really like it.
And how do you think today went?
We went really well, but we didn't win, but we came really good, we came third, so.
I'm Vanessa, I'm an alto in the choir. I've been here for 4 years and I really like it. I was born here, but I moved over to America, so I've sang in choirs in America as well, but I really like the school choir here.
And the voices, the rich voices coming from the choir, all very different, but it works.
Yeah, it does. All the harmonies work really well with the altos, the tenors and the bass.
I don't know that there's any such thing as a perfect performance. There are a number of things that contribute to a good performance on the day, and remember that an adjudication is always going to be to some extent subjective. But you're looking for somebody who can communicate, who understands what they're playing. It's not just about technical brilliance, although of course they have to be technically proficient, but they have to understand, they have to be musical, and they have to be able to communicate. Those are, I think, the three things that people really need to be able to do well.
My name is Joshua Murta. I'm from the King's Hospital as well, and I've been in the choir for about 4 years, and I'm also one of the low members of the bass line.
Can you give me a bit of bass?
Not right now.
My name is Katie Oakes, and I go to the King's Hospital as well. I've been in the choir for 5 years. I'm a mezzo soprano, and I love every minute of being in the choir.
Tell us about your red cloak.
Well, we wear red robes on most of our public events, and then for religious ceremonies we wear whites over them, and it's just kind of makes our mark sort of thing. Everybody knows us by our red robes.
Tommy Lau from Cloister Muira Secondary School in Ballymote has been studying at the Royal Irish Academy of Music in Dublin since he was 9 years of age, which means having to take a 3-hour return train trip every Saturday.
Every day I try to squeeze in about 2 hours, but if I have less homework I'll play more. If there's a lot of homework I'll play a little less.
So you really love it?
Yeah, I do. I hope to continue it.
And would you like to be a pianist when you grow up?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah.
And what about, you could say, modern contemporary music, maybe Elton John or a bit of Billy Joel or Joel?
Yeah, I'm trying to, sometimes if I have free time, after, in the summer, hopefully, I sometimes look some music up and try to play some of that.
And who's your favourite band?
Probably The Script.
They have piano in their music sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes they do. I play a bit of them as well.
And in this competition, the Feis Ceoil, what does it mean to you?
It's good. You usually get a little bit of nerves, but when you get on the piano, you just play and you don't really feel nervous. If you play good, practice a lot, and hopefully you win.
And for the judges today, what did you play?
I played Haydn, a bit of Chopin and Mendelssohn.
So a mixture. You think you might do it for them?
Should be alright, hopefully.
I'm Michelle from Tullamore Secretary School. We came first in the Feis Ceoil and we're into the 5 o'clock competition for €1,000.
Do you think youngsters from Tullamore are better singers than maybe kids from Dublin?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to get the choir now to perform the first piece we sang in the competition today, which is a piece called Rest by Ken Burton.
Henry McKean there at some of the people talking to some of the people who'll be taking part in the Feis Ceoil. We'll be back with the news.